Welcome back to Raven and Baby. Hope you all are doing well, and if you are new here, welcome. I am going to be showing you how I make my cheesecake that is keto friendly. So I have made this a couple times before now, and I did show it in What I Eat in a Day. So I hope you enjoy. I am making it a few different ways so that if you don't like some of the stuff I use, you can kind of mess around with it and experiment and get it to your liking. So stay tuned if you would like to see how it's made, and if you try it out, please let me know whether or not you liked it. And if you have any other requests, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Right, so we are going to make the crust. Most of the cheesecakes that I make right now are going to be crustless. However, I figured I would show you my little recipe, so if you are wanting to do that, you can. And I'm just going to put them in these two little ramekins. The rest of them are going to be almost fat bomb style because I'm going to put them in a small silicone mold. So we're going to go ahead and mix the dry ingredients. I have right here a half a teaspoon of stevia, granulated obviously, and I have 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, which is about a half a serving on the package. And I'm just going to mix these dry ingredients real quick. Okay. And then this is the butter. I have right here a half a tablespoon of butter. Alright, that's pretty good. And obviously if you wanted to use, if you're allergic to coconut or you just don't really like coconut and you wanted to use something else, almond flour is totally fine. I usually prefer coconut flour over almond flour, but you can definitely make this with almond flour or a different kind of flour if you would prefer that. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a teaspoon and kind of portion this out, knowing that I want it to cover 2. And I'm already making a mess. Surprise, surprise. Alright, now I'll just use this teaspoon here to go ahead and pat this down. But I will say this coconut flour crust is very delicious. So even if you're not a crust person like me, you may like it. Okay, so we're just going to set these aside and we will move on to the filling. I am going to go ahead and just put all of these ingredients together. I have right here 1 tablespoon of butter. I have 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. I have 20 grams of sour cream. This is the lemon juice and the vanilla mixed together. It's half a teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. 4 ounces of cream cheese, and it would be best to leave it out for a day or overnight or something. I completely forgot to, so I just put it in the microwave on defrost for like a minute or 2. And then this here is 2 tablespoons of granulated stevia. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to cut this in strips so that they don't get stuck in there. So we're going to do right about the width of it. I'm gonna go every other one because I doubt I'll use all of these anyway. It's not a huge recipe and we have those 2 ramekins to fill. I'm just cutting here so there's a little bit extra give. So I'm gonna make about 8 of these and then we'll see if I need more or not. Okay, now I'm going to kind of measure them out in a silly way just so we know exactly what the macros are for pretty much everything, of course minus the crust. But I'll also put the crust up there for you. So that is 2 tablespoons of filling in there. Now I'm going to do 2 just like that, and then I'm going to do half tablespoons for the other ones because I'm going to make a chocolate ganache to go on the top. Alright, so we are going to momentarily put that on hold. I'm going to turn this burner onto a medium-low. And then this is 1/4 cup of heavy cream. It's actually a little less, so it's maybe closer to 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. But we're going to go ahead and let this boil. Alright, so this is boiling. We're going to go ahead and turn it off. I'm going to move it right over here. So I have 3 pieces of Baker's unsweetened chocolate, which is 1.5 servings. And I have 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, or stevia. So I'm going to go ahead and dump that in. Mix that around a little bit. And then we're going to pop these in. And it'll take a while, but they will melt because of the boiling heavy cream. So here is the finished product. It doesn't quite look like a rich ganache yet, but it will. And I apologize for the baby music in the background. My daughter woke up and she is playing right next to me. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is pour some of this ganache into this separate bowl because I'm going to make a regular ganache and then I'm going to make a peanut butter ganache. So part of it that goes in here is going to be chocolate peanut butter. Alright, so I put about 3 teaspoons. I just filled these up, so not accurate of course, but good enough. So this is what we have in here, and I pre-portioned out 1 teaspoon of peanut butter. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that right in. So I'll go ahead and make these 2 on the end, peanut butter. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and leave those. There's not a ton left, and Chris loves peanut butter, so I'm going to top one of these ramekins with the rest of it, and if I need some extra chocolate, I'll just go ahead and use some of the ganache. Alright, so this is the peanut butter one. I'm going to now go ahead and put some chocolate on this one. And then, of course, if you didn't want to add chocolate, you would just probably put a little bit more filling in here. So there's the regular chocolate, and now we can go ahead and finish these little guys up. So these 2 are the full ones that don't need any. I might put some topping on, but they don't get any chocolate. Okay, so this part is all done. We've got the chocolate peanut butter right here. We've got the 2 plain right here. The rest are just regular cheesecake, or, you know, keto cheesecake with the regular chocolate ganache. This is the peanut butter in the ramekin and the chocolate in the ramekin. Now I have 2 other toppings that we're going to put on top. We've got some pecans. So I'm going to go ahead and make these guys right here, pecan. And they're so little, so we'll just use a few pieces. And then I also have some unsweetened shredded coconut. So those 2 I'm going to leave plain. These I'm going to go ahead and top with coconut. And then these last ones I'm going to top with coconut and pecans. I'm going to top the peanut butter one with the rest of this. But of course, if you don't like pecans, just skip this part, or if you're allergic, there's just no sense in putting them back in the bag. And then this plain one is going to get the rest of the coconut. But this is the final piece. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you make this and you like it, please let me know. It for the keto cheesecake recipe. If you liked it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any requests for other videos of this style or others in general, please go ahead and leave them down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.